Hello guys, Jamboo here and welcome to this video where today we're going to be talking a couple of different things in FC26 that are concerning me at the minute. It is going to be the way EA are going about doing the updates and sort of the forums. I'll explain for those of you that haven't seen or maybe don't know what I'm on about. And then also the Foot Champs gameplay since the patch. So let me know your opinion on those two topics. Leave a like if you enjoy this style of video. And let's get into it. If you're looking for the cheapest FC26 coins to build your super team, then look no further than MMOEXP.com. You can use code JAMBOO for 8% off the already cheapest coins. Okay guys, so firstly we'll talk about Foot Champs. Now, I don't want it to turn into a thing where this video sounds like I'm just purely bashing the game, because I actually think in a lot of areas EA have done very well this year. This is the first FC/FIFA in many years where even now, you know, since the update, I am still enjoying the game. However, I do feel like we've gone pretty massively backwards since that patch. And both the issues that I spoke about in the intro sort of do link in together. But this update, and also just Foot Champs in general, I don't know what it is, because I play Rivals every day, and my gameplay for the most part is really smooth. Like, I can left stick dribble, it's good, all that stuff, you know, it's a decent enough time. You know, as far as FIFA goes and enjoying the game for what it is, I have a pretty good time. It doesn't matter when I play Foot Champs. I don't know whether there's something wrong with that mode or what it is. I just cannot get good gameplay, and some of the gameplay that I get in that mode is absolutely horrific. Like, just so bad. Like, you can't play first time stuff. You can't take good touches. Any sort of intricate football is just impossible. And I'm really interested to know what that issue is, because like I say, it's not a general game thing, but it's so noticeable that Champs compared to other modes, the gameplay is just absolutely horrendous, and it's just got even worse since this patch. Obviously, what EA ended up doing is they took away the R1 dribbling, which nobody asked for, but the reason I think it happened is what we will get into. But the issue you've got now is because the gameplay in Champs is so slow, and because R1 dribbling was one of the best ways to actually break people down that were just AI defending or even manually defending, but with a lot of players behind the ball. You know, the R1, it was a very good tool to break people down. I know it wasn't everybody's cup of tea. Nothing in FIFA is. You know, you're never ever going to be able to please the whole community. But I would say, at least from my opinion, that R1 dribbling, it added a skill gap, and it was actually fun to use as well. It's one of the things that I really enjoyed on the game, like giving the ball to a Messi or a Lamine Yamal and just gliding past people. Like, to me, it was a good time. You'll have to let me know what you think. And they've taken that away, and the game has just turned into what feels like a very static, robotic, just AI defending fest, and that's never what I would want the game to be. You know, I want to encourage people to control their defenders. I want smooth, quick attacking gameplay. Just take us back to the launch gameplay. Honestly, I would take that. Even with the kickoffs and all that nonsense, you know, the kickoffs have improved now, but take us back, you know, 2 weeks ago, and I could handle playing on that for the whole year compared to what we've got now. I do think it would be better if the Foot Champs gameplay wasn't as messed up as it is. But I just don't know whether that's something realistically that's going to end up getting fixed. But the reason I think this has happened, and this leads on to the second point, which is, you know, this whole EA listening to us thing. Now, EA are trying. I have not seen EA act like this potentially ever. Like, the way they are actually listening to the community, I think is great. And I need to try and explain this in a way that is not going to, like, annoy a lot of you guys, because I promise you, I'm not trying to be, like, elitist or anything like that. Every single person that pays for this game is obviously entitled to an opinion, and is entitled to let people or EA or whoever it is know what they want in the game, which I think is fair. The issue we're having is EA are listening to these forums where anyone and everybody is allowed to give an opinion, and people are advising EA on things that they just don't understand. So, for example, there is a crazy number of people that play this game that actually don't understand the difference between R1 technical dribbling and left stick dribbling. So what they go and do is they tell EA that the dribbling is too good, for example, when they actually mean the R1. This is just a hypothetical example, by the way. And then EA will go and patch it because the people are telling them that, but that's not actually what they meant. And then the patch gets released, and then everybody's saying that the dribbling's shocking and stuff when it's what they've told EA to do. Now, I don't know the exact solution. You know, I would happily offer my services out to EA, not that they would ever take me up on it. I mean, I would like to think that from a gameplay standpoint, I've been around a very long time. I've played the game at a high level. I know that's not everything, and that's what I'm saying. I'm not trying to offend people. I'm not trying to say that my opinion, you know, means way more than anyone else's or anything like that. I just feel like I'm in a good qualified position, and there are many other people, you know, high level players, whatever it may be, that are able to give EA advice on this, because I just don't think, personally, you know, it'd be like me in another game. If I went and played a game very casually, you know, I personally would want the pro players or high level players of that game who really know the game deep down to be the ones advising EA on gameplay changes, and not the guy that plays an hour a day casually. But that's me personally. Like I say, I'm not trying to upset anybody. I'm not trying to be horrible. Like, you're allowed your opinion, but I think that is somewhere where it is going wrong, because you need to take advice as a huge company like that on gameplay from people who understand deeply, you know, what is going on in a game of FC. But let me know your opinion on that. Like I say, I'm not trying to be an elitist. I promise you guys, I'm not. That's just my genuine belief, and I'm not even saying it should be me, because that would never happen anyway. Like, EA wouldn't work with me. That is what it is. It's fine. But somebody qualified. You know, there's plenty of people out there that know the game inside out, that could, you know, put things in that people would find fun and also increase a skill gap, which I think is important for a game, because we're falling into a trap right now where just anything that adds some sort of skill gap that people don't like, they're wanting it removed, to the point where if EA actually listened to everybody here on every topic, we would end up with just a 2-button simulator where you can pass and shoot, and that is literally about it. That is the direction we're going. Anything with a skill gap, they're on about getting removed. Now, don't get me wrong. There is some things in this game that you could argue do add a skill gap that I would have removed. For example, the Trivellas last year. As much as I think it was a horrific skill gap and there wasn't much to it, if you could line them up and do them and someone else couldn't, it was a skill gap. I'm happy for something like that to be removed from the game. I just thought it didn't have a place. Same with goalkeeper movement. Now, it's a tough one, because goalkeeper movement as a general, I would have it scrapped from the game, but the game in its current form, you cannot remove it, because we're already in a position where, like, tools and stuff are limited. You know, people are just sat behind the ball and stuff like that, and I just feel like with the pacing of the game and things like that, the game is almost made to have the keeper movement in it. It's not like it used to be, you know, where you could craft good chances, you knew where the keeper would be, and then you finish, like in FIFA 18, where it was just low driven into the corner every time. Things are different now. I'm not sure it would actually be a good change to remove keeper movement. Now, we could try it, but I don't know. It's a really tough one. But I'm interested to hear what you guys think. I just hope that we get this patch from EA soon. That's hopefully gonna make the dribbling more responsive and stuff again. Because this game, without doubt, it's just less fun to play than it was. That is the bottom line. It is less fun to play. And let me double down again and reiterate that I'm not saying I hate the game. I still think we're in a miles better position. People saying that this is just FC25 again, I think you're completely wrong. This is such a better game in this current state than what FC25 was. But it's not cool, you know, when we've gone from what most people thought was a really fun first couple of weeks to now, you know, more of an AI slow gameplay simulator. It's just not fun. But let me know what you think, guys. I make these videos mainly to get your comments, and just I enjoy reading what people have to say, you know, their opinions and stuff on the game. So do let me know. I appreciate you guys. I'll catch you on the next one. See you later.